Hey folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I've got a gift request of none other than Alan Jackson. And Renee Mooberry made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. And I smile every time I see Alan's name because when I was into rock, and Alan's was one of the first 4 country CDs that I bought much later in life. That's the impetus for the name of the channel, even Rock into Country. I went from rock into country. And my first country CD that I bought was Billy Dean's. It was his greatest hits. And it was because of the song You Don't Count the Cost, which I'd heard on a New York radio station. I'm here in Jersey. And I live in Jersey, been here my whole life, except for 2 years in Florida when I was taking care of my mother. And so we get New York radio stations. And because I'm in central Jersey, not far from the city. And I'm driving around on a Sunday, and I turn on probably NEW at the time, which was a rock station, like the rock station. It might still be. I don't know. I don't listen to radio that much. But I hear this song. They didn't mention the artist. They probably did before it came on, but I'm like, this is a beautiful ballad. Who is this? And it's on a rock station. It made no sense, but I couldn't turn it off. And I eventually, like months later, was able to track down who this artist was. So I go and buy Billie Dean's CD, and at the same time, I buy Cherie Austin's, not her best, I don't think it was her greatest hits, but Alan Jackson's greatest hits, and Merle's. So my first 4 country CDs included Alan Jackson. And I'm like, I like this music. I liked all of Billie Dean's CD. I loved Merle's. I loved Cherie's. Loved Alan's. So anytime I see Alan's, that will explain this goofy grin why I get. And this is Sissy's song. And Renee said that Alan wrote this after his housekeeper tragically died. And this reminds Renee of her friend of over 50 years who passed away the day after Christmas, I think in 2023. You said a couple of years ago, so it could have been 2022, it could have been 2023. So I'm, of course, sorry on the loss of your friend, Renee. It's just one of those parts of life that, yeah, when we lose a friend, it's like, like we expect to lose a parent at some time, and that can suck depending on the parent. And it usually does. But when we lose a friend, it's different because we selected that person. They selected us, and we stayed with each other through life. And anyway, let's see what Alan's got for us. And I grabbed the official music video, which is on Vivo. I may not get away with it. I probably won't, but I'm giving it a whirl. This kind of song kind of deserves that, if I can, Renee.
Why did she have to go so young? I just don't know why. Things happen half the time, without reason, without rhyme. Lovely, sweet young woman, daughter, wife, and mother, makes no sense to me. I just have to believe she flew up to heaven on the wings of angels, by the clouds and stars, and past where no one sees. And she walks with Jesus and her loved ones waiting, and I know she's smiling, saying, don't worry about me. Loved ones she left behind, just trying to survive and understand the why. Feeling so lost inside, anger shot straight at God, then asking for His love, empty with disbelief, just hoping that maybe she flew up to heaven on the wings of angels, by the clouds and stars, and past where no one sees. And she walks with Jesus and her loved ones waiting, and I know she's smiling, saying, don't worry about me.
I gotta stop on that one line that was so well done, where you first get angry, then you ask God for his love. And that's the human condition right there. Whether you believe in God or not is irrelevant. As far as narrative goes, it captures the human dynamic so well. Where what is life about? Is this real? Why do we have to suffer? Why is somebody taken from us so young? We hope they're happy and in a better place. And we say that they are, but we don't know. We just don't know. I was talking with a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine yesterday. He's down in Texas and very bright guy. I respect him enormously. It was like a 2 hour conversation almost, and I loved every minute of it. And we were talking about everything. We were even talking about death and in our conversation, and I said, Dave, one of the unfortunate things about whether you believe in God or not is that we have to die to find out if we're right. And that is just the way it works. And this young lady, I didn't realize his housekeeper was as young as Alan has explained in the song. And you're like, oh, shoot, man.
It's hard to say goodbye. Her picture in my mind will always be of times I'll cherish. And I won't cry, 'cause she flew up to heaven on the wings of angels, by the clouds and stars, and past where no one sees. And she walks with Jesus and her loved ones waiting, and I know she's smiling, saying, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
Oh, we put her picture. Ay, ay, ay. 41? Of course, I'm not going to rate this song. I don't know if you guys got to see it or not at this point. I don't know until I upload them if they're going to be blocked. Vivo is almost categorically blocked. So I'll just re-edit it and upload it, and then I'll put the link to the video in here. But she was born in 66, passed away in 2007. And what do you say? I mean, it's beautiful that Alan wrote this for her. And the guitar on the tombstone at the end, nice tribute, nice touch. Did it in a church there, and I know where Alan lives. I mean, because I have friends who live in his neighborhood, so whenever I go down to Nashville, I go stay. And it's in Franklin, but I go and stay with my friends. And Sophia herself is a world-class vocalist, absolutely beyond belief voice. She's a size 0, by the way. I've reacted to a couple of her songs. They're Armenian folk songs, and her voice is just absurd. I mean, she's done Lincoln Center and Carnegie Hall and all this kind of stuff, but I'm assuming that this was a church shot locally. Nashville, could have been Brentwood, could have been Franklin. I don't know. But it was a beautiful tribute, and you do ask these questions. And I think every so often, I mean, you do, no matter how strong your faith is, you're like, there are just some things that are outside the pale of comprehensibility and fairness and all the other notions that we bring into our conception of what a good life would be. And losing somebody, especially a child or somebody who's raising children, what do you say? But that was a beautiful, touching tribute, and that it makes you think of your friend Renee is absolutely beautiful. Because we know people. The beautiful thing about having lifelong friends is that we can picture them pretty much at every stage of their life, but we definitely remember them as they were when we first met them in that first month, year, whatever period of time. But we know whether we were riding our bikes with them, or in my friend Craig and Tasha's case, for example, Craig, I just did Steely Dan's Dirty Work song, and I posted a picture of him and me at the very end of it. But Craig and I know each other since high school, and we still get together regularly. And I know what he looked like back then. He knew what I looked like. He knew, we both knew what we acted like. We both know the arguments and the laughter and the everything. And just it, one of us is going to go first, and the other one's going to have to deal with the loss of that friend. And it's like, shit, I don't want that, but it's coming. Just if history's any indication, and it pretty much always is, it's coming. So I'm not rating this. That was in honor of another human being, and a very beautiful, touching tribute. I mean, anything Alan does is believable. But Waylon Jennings has that too, but Alan absolutely has something magnetic about him that makes everything he does believable, warm, touching, and heartfelt. So there you go. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Hug those that you love and keep rocking the country.